Now Alice was left all by herself. She sat down and thought for a while, and decided that she would try to find that beautiful garden. She chose a direction and walked off. Soon she was walking through a forest. It was filled with the strangest trees and plants and flowers she had ever seen. She saw strange colors and smelled strange odors, but everything she saw had one feature in common.
Everything in this forest is so big. I don't see how everything can be this big. Unless I'm small. I must be a great deal smaller than I thought. I can't go into the garden like this. Someone might step on me. And then where would I be?
As she spoke, she passed a large mushroom, and she looked up and saw a caterpillar sitting on top, smoking a long pipe.
Who are you?
Well, sir, you see, I'm not exactly sure.
What do you mean by that? Explain yourself.
Well, you see, sir, I've been so many different heights today, I hardly know who I am anymore. Do you see what I mean?
Not at all.
The caterpillar started smoking again. Alice thought he was very upsetting, but she did need help. She tried once more.
You see, sir, I want to get back to my own size.
What size is that?
Oh, I don't know for sure, but a great deal larger than I am now. I think I'm 3 inches tall now, and 3 inches is such a dreadful height.
The caterpillar stood up straight.
3 inches is a very good height indeed. Some people think that 3 inches is a perfect height.
The caterpillar was exactly 3 inches tall.
But I'm not used to it.
The caterpillar sat down again and took a puff from his pipe.
You'll get used to it in time.
Now Alice was at a loss for words. She watched as the caterpillar finished his smoke. Then he slid down and crawled away into the grass. Alice had never met anyone so disagreeable before. She was not sorry to see him go. She started to walk away.
One side makes you taller, the other side makes you smaller.
What? One side of what?
Of the mushroom.
One side of the mushroom. This mushroom is perfectly round. How can you tell where one side ends and the other begins? Oh, well, I'll just stretch my arms around it and pull a piece off in each hand. There. Now I can look for the garden. Once I find it, I'll be able to make myself as tall as I need to.
As she walked through the forest, she came upon a little clearing and an old stone house. It was only 4 feet high, but she was still too small to reach the doorknob. She took the 2 pieces of mushroom out of her pockets and began to nibble first on one, then on the other. Soon she was 9 inches tall, about the same height as the man who ran past her up to the door of the house. He was wearing some kind of fancy uniform, and he had a white powdered wig on his head. He was carrying a large envelope in one hand, and as she looked closer, she could see...
Why, he's not a man at all. He's a fish.